Hey Aries, welcome to the Waterhole Tarot. This is a general reading for Aries Sun, Moon and Rising for the full moon on 19th of April 2019. I work with the lunar cycle, so if this message resonates with you, and it may not, and that's okay if it doesn't, this story could unfold any time around the full moon of April or during her waning cycle to the new moon next month. This month is full moon in Libra, so it's a good time to focus on relationships, anything that might be out of balance in your life. So anything that's out of whack, take a look at, take stock of, and any relationship issues that you might need to address. Set your intentions, work out what you want, and give it to the full moon in Libra to take care of, because that energy is right behind you for the month to sort those things out. I feel that you need to take a good hard look at yourself, and that's hard to hear, but you need to take a look at the things that you defend about yourself, the habits or ways or patterns, things that you do, ways that you are, that you defend, that don't really serve a higher purpose, that don't get you where you want to be ultimately. It's, Aries, you guys are the manifestors. You can make anything happen. If you want it, you go get it. But often what you get is not really, or you find out that it's not really what you wanted. It didn't bring you that real sense of purpose or fulfillment or long-term happiness. And yet you defend your way of being, you defend those things that you do, and continue to do those things and get that fleeting happiness, and then end up kind of unhappy again, looking for the next thing that you want to go out and about and get. So this is a healing period. You may have had a fairly painful situation recently, which we'll have a look at, that has brought you to this healing period, and you're being called to heal those parts of yourself, those old ways, those bad habits, and really refocus your attention on something more purposeful. So let's have a look at that, see what's going on. Yeah, you really want that long-term fulfillment, family, home, union, a soulful relationship, but you've been almost keeping yourself from that, or you've been in your own way of that long-term purposeful, rich, meaningful happiness. And despite what efforts you've put in, it has eluded you, and it's almost that because you've been stubborn in your ways, stubbornly doing the same thing over and over again, and that control you have to give over to, the need to control everything, to control other people, to control a situation. You guys are leaders, but you can also be tyrants, to be honest. And it's time to turn that around, because it hasn't been bringing you the happiness that you deeply desire. You've had it all, you know, in the recent past. I think you might have felt like you really had it all, or you might have achieved something, a situation, found yourself in a situation that you were just perfectly happy in, but perhaps it got away. Let's have a look. Yeah. You got it, and then it was gone. In fact, it's turned right around from a moment in life, or a period in life of seemingly having it all, everything that you wanted, your abundance, the love, the real bounty of life, seems to have, you know, your luck seems to have turned, and you lost it. You had it, and then you lost it. Total turnaround from bounty and abundance and love to your cup upturned. And that's difficult, but that had to happen. That had to happen because there's some healing that you need to do, so that you can get on to what you really need in life. Because what you think you need, or have thought you needed in the past, or the ways you've gone about it, need tweaking. And you may feel down on your luck right now, but you're seeing clearly. You can see it. You know what I'm talking about. You're seeing really clearly yourself for the first time, and what role. And you're being really truthful with yourself. And like, I really applaud you, because you've woken up. I think whatever has happened brought you to this time of loss or lack or sadness. I think whatever happened, you can see it, and you're being super honest and truthful with yourself. And that's a good thing. It's like a burden dropped. It's like a load off your shoulders. You feel free, I think, of burdens that you've been carrying, and those old ways of doing everything. You've dropped that, because you can see really clearly, and it's empowering. For sure. It may have knocked you off balance. It's not how you are used to being. You don't really like this lack of control. You really want to bring things back into balance again, but I feel like this time it's more fluid. It's not as controlling and aggressive as you might normally be, Aries. It's you're getting more fluid, and that's a really beautiful thing. That's a really beautiful thing. Something thing is showing you, this external situation is showing you that there's a need to be more fluid in life, and perhaps not as fiery and aggressive. You hold on to that because you're very proud of your fiery nature, and it serves you in many ways, but you're really being called to not defend that so passionately, and maybe try a new way of going about things. I think, and this is scary for you. It's scary for you to jump out in the world without your big, strong, aggressive nature. It makes you feel vulnerable. You're scared of that, of not being that person who you are used to being. You're a little bit scared of stepping out there without your power and being vulnerable to life. But you need to do that. You need to do that and see what else might be out there, because you get a bit one-eyed. You want what you want at any cost. You just want, Aries wants what he wants, and you might be missing other opportunities because you're not letting yourself be open and vulnerable, and liberate. This is liberating for you, and that's weird because you're used to being responsible and in control. So to just skip on out there and take some risks and be different in life, that's new to you. That's new. And this is conflicting for you. It conflicts. It goes against everything that you believe about yourself, and everything that you're proud of being. You that go-getter, that fiery, passionate person who's in control and in control of their own life. To be any other way is conflicting to you, a bit conflicted about that, and it's time to let go of that. Try new ways, and perhaps stop being that way in your life. It's not getting you what you want, and you know it on an intellectual level. You know that you might need to try a new approach, is all I'm saying. Try a new approach to getting the things that you want. A little bit more water, a little bit less fire is what I'm thinking. And see if that doesn't serve you, because you will be no less radiant and amazing and confident. You'll be no less of an Aries, no less of a person for doing that. In fact, it will bring out the best in you. It will absolutely bring out the best in you if you will just take a new approach to the things that you want in life. And you're going to see that this has been a very healing, transformative situation for you. Whatever went down, whatever situation you've just come out of or find yourself in now, you are going to find that this brings out the very best in you. And it's really quite striking. Like, really, you're about to become your best self because of this. And wow, that's more power than you knew, you know. And there it is. I think there's a big difference between control and power, and where you might have been inclined to be controlling or try and control situations, you're learning that it's about stepping into your power and living in your power, and that's where your real happiness and fulfillment and the best of you is you're really becoming the best version of yourself because of this. So that's all I've got for you, Aries. I really appreciate feedback, especially if this has helped you in any way. So please leave a comment before you click out. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you again on the new moon next month. See ya.